I hope you're not mega numerophobic, because we're about to set some really big scores in this hacked Mario Kart Tour account. You'll get to see what it's like to be one of the heavy spenders for the low price of absolutely free. This is Whale Simulator. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Whale Simulator. So in this video, we'll be taking on the Baby Mario Cup and get as high scores as we can. Now a couple of disclaimers, Ranked Cup mode is not unlocked on this account. I'm not claiming any of these runs as world records or even perfect runs. We're also going to implement item hacking in these runs. I can see what my next item will be and manipulate the results. With this mod, I can reduce the amount of time needed to get those ideal 3 frenzy runs. And I can even make them into the even more ideal triple coin frenzy runs. Now we will still be following item restrictions like no back-to-back frenzies and a maximum of 3 frenzies per race. With all that said, let's hop into the loadouts I'll be using for the first race in the Baby Mario Cup, RMX Mario Circuit 1. The driver we'll be using is Chef Mario for his Lucky 7. A Lucky 7 can be useful at the very beginning, but you won't be seeing any of those in this run. As for the kart, we'll be using the Gold Cheap Charger. There are a lot of turns on this track, so the mini turbo stat will come in handy. And finally, the glider we'll be using is the Gold Crane. Coins are the best non-special item for getting points, and with all the coins we're going to manipulate into our item slots, it's going to be very beneficial. Now let's go ahead and hop into the run. Now you'll notice quite a few jump cuts, and the audio going mute for a few seconds after the jump cuts. That's just me opening up the application to manipulate the items. I do check what I'm about to receive when I get an item box. Now I always drop down to 8th place and use an item ticket at the beginning of these runs. Without going into too much detail, this makes it easier for me to set up the item manipulation. After plowing through everybody using the Mega Mushroom Red Shell Bomb combo, I manipulate my first coin frenzy. You can get the 6 coins after the 3rd item box, but that would be easier to do with a large character and vehicle. At the 4th item box, I manipulate my 2nd coin frenzy, and almost close the game in the process, which can sometimes happen while modding. I unfortunately dropped the combo here because I didn't get the Super Mini Turbo, and I also keep forgetting that despite having a level 6 glider, you don't get that much combo time with Mini Turbos. Now I've manipulated my 3rd and final coin frenzy. Now we can't get any more frenzies, so I will instead manipulate my items to give 2 coins and a Super Horn, mainly to dodge blue shells and bloopers, and there are quite a few pipes to hit, especially those with piranha plants inside. I finished the race with 43,768 points, and if this account were level 150, my actual score would be 46,828 points. Now onto the next track, N64 Royal Raceway T. The driver we'll be using for this track is Rosalina Swimwear for her coin box. Pink Gold Peach is also a top shelf coin box driver for this track, but because Rosalina is slightly bigger than Pink Gold Peach, that'll make it easier to get the coins. An ideal run of this track would involve 3 coin box frenzies. However, I can't hack coin box frenzies as easily as coin frenzies. The reason for that is that the game only allows up to 2 coin boxes in play at once. If I try to put 3 coin boxes in my inventory, the 3rd coin box will disappear and not start a frenzy. The only way you can get a coin box frenzy is to start a frenzy through normal means, which at that point allows you to break the 2 coin box restriction, and then manipulate that frenzy into a coin box frenzy. I didn't get any natural frenzies in this run, but I will still be manipulating single coin boxes. Now the kart we'll be using is the Wildfire Flyer, mainly because T-tracks have a lot of jump boosts. And finally, we'll be using the Royal Parachute Glider. Now I didn't get any red shells in this run, so in hindsight I think I should have gone with the Strawberry Donut or the mushrooms. Now let's begin the run. Once again, I drop down to 8th place and use an item ticket, because unfortunately, the stuff I edit in the game's code is not always in the same spot every time the race loads. I'm still a bit inexperienced when it comes to modding, so hopefully I can get past this in the future. I use the mushrooms and Mega Mushroom to boost myself into 1st place and manipulate my first coin frenzy. When you have a frenzy, it's good to drift left and right to charge up mini turbos. You are able to charge mini turbos much faster in a frenzy, however bear in mind that these mini turbos are actually called frenzy actions. You don't have to go for the Ultra Mini Turbo since all 3 tiers count as the same points. However, toward the end of a frenzy, definitely charge up an Ultra Mini Turbo, that way you can get an Ultra after the frenzy ends. I manipulated Coin Box and 2 coins into my inventory, and then proceed to drop the combo because I was trying to avoid the Birdo egg. Sometimes CPUs will take unnatural lines to align and try to throw items backward at you. However, in this case, the Birdo decided to throw the egg forward, so that was pointless. Luckily, the Coin Box is great for getting your combo back. I once again almost close the app, and manipulate my second Coin Frenzy. And you guessed it, 2 coins and a coin box. Basically, coin boxes are mini coin frenzies. And we top it off with our third coin frenzy. Now unfortunately, CPUs will rubber band quite a lot when you get frenzies, so this toad was able to overtake me at the end. We'll account for this while calculating the actual score for getting first place at level 150. And that point total is 49,487 points. Now let's move on to the final track, RMX Rainbow Road 1T. The driver we'll be using is Mario Musician for his double bombs. You can slam into a crowd of racers with one of the bombs, and then drop the other bomb backwards for twice the amount of hits. However, because of all the item hacking we're doing, this is going to be rendered irrelevant. For the kart, we'll be using the gold pipe frame because T-Track, and the glider we'll be using for this track is the Daisy Glider. There is a top shelf super glider that has coins, however the high-end glider will give you more points overall. Now let's hop into the run. When I get the Mushroom Mega Mushroom combos, I try to hit as many of the racers as I can. This also makes it easier to get multiple coins when they're all lined up like on this track. After the second item set, you can jump from the right ramp to the left ramp and also grab 2 coins from each ramp. I don't do it in this run because I was more focused on manipulating the coin frenzy, but that's something you should bear in mind. I should have manipulated a Super Horn out of this item box, because this DK is going to cause me a lot of trouble later on. This coin frenzy was obtained naturally. And now I decide to manipulate a Super Horn. Unfortunately, that Super Horn hit did not take out DK's red shell. I end up getting hit by the red shell, but luckily we start a third coin frenzy naturally. I could have manipulated a red shell frenzy so I could take back first place more easily, but a coin frenzy gives you more actions overall, which is factored into your final score. And luckily we can account for this in the final calculation. And the adjusted score we finish with is 49,959 points. With all the tracks finished, let's go ahead and add up all these scores. And the total score, adjusted for being level 150 in first place, is 146,274 points. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Whale Simulator. If you enjoyed this series, be sure to hit the like button, let me know you want more, and check out my Whale Simulator playlist. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time in the Los Angeles tour.